It captures and prioritizes the social interactions. It has an advanced interaction manager that can handle multiple threads. So you can respond if there's multiple social posts out there with the same type of content, same topic. Say there's a product problem or something. Those can all be responded to at one fell swoop. And it enables proactive care. So often you'll see the statistics out there of brands, like even big brands like McDonald's will let these posts sit out there for weeks at a time, and that's really becoming no longer successful. So how does workforce management fit with social media? Basically, what our solution, just to be clear what our solution is, we've got our workforce management solution up front, does the forecasting and scheduling of social agents, and we'll talk about what social agents are in just a moment. We have the Aspect Work Manager, the social. I got confused for a second. We've got the interaction manager up front that does the actual interaction and assists with the routing of the calls. But for the actual workforce management piece itself, the first thing we have to do is measure the statistics of the interactions that are happening on the social network. Pardon me, my cold's catching up with me. And then based on your business type and the types of interactions that you have, whether you're a product company, a service company, telecommunications, maybe media, you're going to have different types of topics and different types of posts that come in on your social media. Based on those needs, you're going to segment your social agents by skill set. So you may have agents that are specialized by product type. You may have agents that are specialized by other skill sets or business rules that you want to use to route specific types of posts to specific types of agents, perhaps even marketing and branding. Then based on those types and the statistics of the media, we'll be able to schedule the skill sets based on the statistics that we're seeing from the social media network. And those statistics will be based on the history. So you can do an analysis going 90 days, 120 days back. You can add on additional traffic that could be contributed based on promotional activity you have in your company. You can look at how the social media varies with product or service issues that you may have experienced in the past, and those will all be captured in the system and allow you to forecast future problems and react to them quickly to have the right types of agents in the right seats to respond, just like you would with the call center technology. So then once you have those things, you'll build the routing rules to match the agents with the subject matter expertise with the type of posts that are out there. And then there's a text analytics capability. So and a monitoring capability. So you'll monitor what posts are out there in the social network based on the content of the posts. We'll do word spotting, phrase spotting. In the future, right now, our partner Lithium has a text analytics capability that comes with it. We have a much stronger one that we're going to be integrating with over time. But the current one is just fine as a starting point. But it'll do text analytics and identify what type of post it is based on that, routed to the right person for management. And then you can track performance based on the by agent type. So if you're looking at the number of responses they've provided, We'll have a text analytics capability, so you can do some measure of adherence to the types of responses you may have as policy based on the types of issues that were responded to. We can add this to our performance management system as well to do automated triggering of those KPIs. And within the performance management system, you can actually add coaching plans or other automated actions that happen when those KPIs are triggered. Say there's, the volume of calls is exceeding the safety level that we put on our forecast. Those types of alerts can be added to this as well. Performance management, if you don't know, basically can access any of the data in the unified IP database. You can also point it at the Aspect Social databases and basically formulate any kind of KPI that you want to have to measure your business and how you're managing social media. So it's critical to, this is where I started to go, but I was way ahead of myself in terms of back office. It's critical also to consider the back office for the reasons I talked about before lunch. Often, the issues that are posted on social media will have to do with some type of interaction or transaction that's happening with the company. And oftentimes, the research that has to happen to respond to a post can be quite in-depth. So 60% of customer satisfaction, dissatisfaction sources are found in the back office. 17% of the loyalty is a result of operational efficiency. So when you do a good job, usually it's because, wow, that company really got back to me quick on this issue. I thought it was going to take a long time. You see those types of posts. So there's the positive and the negative. But combining the social capability with our back office capability can be quite strong. So what actually is the back office process optimizer? You'll see different names for this product, and I have to apologize for that. We had a working name of Aspect Process Optimization (APO), and I think, and then we had back office process optimizer, and I think we're going to land on just Aspect back office optimization. Keep it simple. But that's part of the whole branding activity that's going on that Brian shared with you earlier. So what we have is basically a back office ACD. So just as calls are routed to agents in the front office based on business rules, our back office ACD will route actual work tasks that come in from a variety of channels to back office workers in the back office, and they can be mapped by process type as well. So the process modeling can be quite sophisticated. It can match anything that's in business process management software that may also be installed. So what this does is having that ability to route to specific individuals based on type is very powerful, because in order to set that up, you have to do some homework on what your processes are and what's happening in the back office today. And from the initial discussions we've had with customers that are interested in this solution, kind of a trend that we're seeing is that managers think they know what's going on in the back office, but when they really start to inspect what really is happening, there's a lot of variation from what should be happening to what is happening. So that's just the process of going through your back office processes and starting to measure things often provides value before the solution is even implemented. As part of that process in setting this up, you also look at SLAs. So for each of the processes that you're considering, you have to identify what the best practices are, both in terms of time to complete, specific quality aspects, the types of data that's required. There may be checkpoints and gateways that have to be satisfied before you move to the next process. Sometimes those are skipped in the spirit of expediency, but end up causing customer experience issues down the line. All that stuff can now be measured with this type of tool, because there actually is a desktop that sits on the back office agent's machine or device, and that manages the queue of work that they're doing, and then we can add desktop analytics to the process as well to automate data that has to come from other systems, so there can be integration, as well as automating data entry fields and things that are also typical best practices for call centers, which you're all very well aware of. Because it's part of our workforce management solution, you also get all the benefits of vacation scheduling. We can tie it to HR and payroll systems. There's a lot of potential here. We can also tie into strategic planning systems. You can do long-range planning of your workforce, maybe 12 to 18 months out. Those solutions still require some services, but they're very straightforward to achieve. So what is the basic architecture, high-level call it an abstract architecture? You've got different types of work tasks that are coming in via white mail, email, SMS, perhaps even imaging systems, or other core processing systems. Those get routed to the task manager for assignment by skill or task type, by status potentially, if it's a customer requesting a status of a prior submission, and then also based on the disposition, it may have been routed for fraud checking or something like that. So the inquiry would, you know exactly where it was in the process. That gets routed to the central EG system. It's our partner's solution that we've integrated. That's the actual back office ACD. Again, we can integrate with web services, desktop analytics, and automation to pull data from other systems, be they CRM systems or whatever, and then automate that with a desktop automation solution. And then finally, again, in terms of adherence to planning, forecasting, scheduling, and daily activity tracking, all that data can be captured, synthesized into our performance management system for automatic coaching plans or actions. And that is the end.
Thanks,
Questions?
Spence.